Hey y'all, how y'all doing tonight? So we're gonna get into this video by Hip Hop Israel. Brother Bishop Boyde is gonna be talking about someone that is that something that happened recently, and I feel like my whole community is shooken up by. So I don't want to do too much talking today because at the end of the day, I do have a video coming out and you guys will have all of my opinions and how I feel when I drop that video. This is going to be a different kind of video today. We're just going to listen. We're going to pay our respects. We're going to keep it respectful. Please do not disrespect anybody in my comments because you will be blocked. I'm not going for any of that. So with that being said, we're going to get straight into this and we're going to listen to what brother has to say. That's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoy this video.
You know what it is, Knowledge of God, Hip Hop is Real, the #1 media outlet for battle rap and hip hop entertainment. And we have here today a special guest, Bishop Boyde Singletary, man. I want to say thank you for coming through, and I appreciate you gracing the platform today. How you doing?
Hanging in there, man. You know, just taking one day at a time, just giving God the glory and just having them all in our steps, you know?
Please, for the battle rap community and, you know, the hip hop culture at large, man, can you please introduce yourself, let them know who you are, what you represent, so they can get a little background about yourself?
No problem. My name is Bishop Boyde Singletary, senior pastor and founder of the Alpha and Omega Church of our Lord Jesus Christ. Myself and my executive pastor, Dr. Show Singletary, who is my mother. We are community activists for gun violence, domestic violence, not just in the Bronx, New York, but all throughout the city. So we help families in need, and we also help families in crisis. And with just aftercare, prayers, spiritual support, counseling, etc. and making sure that families get justice here in the city.
Scribe makes step-by-step guides for any process with AI. You know what's terrifying?
Man, appreciate, the work you're doing out there for the people. Today, we're here to talk about, the brother Fox 5 and, what happened with him recently with him being killed. And, I want you to, for those who don't know who Fox 5 is, or those who do, if you could give a background on who Fox 5 was and, you know what I'm saying, and his importance to you.
Yeah, Fox 5, better known as Anthony Griffin, a young brother from the Bronx. Not just was he a lubricant speaker, a charismatic brother, he was definitely a scholar and definitely a battle rap musician. You know what I'm saying to you? He was definitely one of one. When he started in the battle rap scene back in '95, he was definitely a force to be reckoned with and still was a force to be reckoned with up until this time. You can find him, if you're familiar with battle rap, when you speak about battle rap in the South Bronx, he was definitely a battle rap legend. You know what I'm saying to you? If you're familiar with people in the Bronx, like people like Fred the Godson, God bless his soul, another battle rap legend. You know what I'm saying to you? You can find Fox 5 on Hood Life Cyphers. This was before they had Smack DVDs. You can find Fox 5 on BronxNet Access TV, Headliners, also Fight Club, different things like that. So Fox 5 was definitely out there, and a lot of well-known hip-hop stars and rappers know who Fox 5 was and was able to freestyle with Fox 5. Fox 5 not only had the ability to rap, he also had the ability to freestyle. So he definitely was a skilled lyricist, well-known, within the South Bronx. And even at that time, there wasn't a lot of cameras, but for the cameras that did have them, for the Hood Life Cyphers, for the King of the Ring, and for all these different things, YouTube, you can find his music on YouTube, iCloud, iTunes, different things you can find Fox 5, also known as Fox Godflow, Almighty Fox Godflow, etc. Fox 5 definitely was a battle rap legend. That's who he was in battle rap.
Now, what recently just happened, man, his tragic death and how everything, happened. What, I guess, what was your relationship with him, going into that and, you know what I'm saying? And how can, what happened in the situation? And, well, I see a lot of criticism. I see a lot of people not having any remorse. Some people are and things like that, but I see a lot of negativity with how his passing went. Some people even going saying as if he deserved it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So what can you clear up and kind of speak about what led to, his mental breakdown to where he was gunned down by the NYPD?
Well, we're gonna speak. I'm gonna speak like this, knowledge, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I've been knowing Fox 5. My family been knowing Fox 5. My executive pastor was my mother, myself. Fox 5 was family for over 25 years. So we seen all his spiritual journey, and I'm glad I'm on his platform to clear up a lot of misconceptions that most people may have. Fox 5 didn't go into a religious rhetoric. As many of us brothers that's conscious, Fox 5 was a conscious brother. Fox 5 was studying Islam. He was studying the 5%ers. He was studying Kemetic science, but Fox 5 faith, from the Christian faith to the Hebraic faith, Fox 5 identified himself as a Hebrew, just as we identify ourselves as a Hebrew, just as the Messiah, Jesus Christ, was. So Hebrew is not a religion. Hebrew, even Israelite, that's an ethnicity. That's a bloodline. That's a birthright. That's an heritage. So he was saved. He was baptized. He was under our tutelage for many years. Even up to this time frame, he still considered my mother as his spiritual mother, and he considered me as his bishop because this is who he studied under, and we have that relationship with him. He was family. Not only that, the brother wouldn't harm a fly. The brother, every time you seen him, he would hug you so tight. I mean, squeeze you so tight because he had that much love, and he showed love everywhere he went. Again, moving forward, the brother also had compassion for people. I was with him Thursday night. This happened Saturday night. I'm going to tell you something. The character of them saying and calling themselves Lucifer, first and foremost, he would never call himself Lucifer because we always spoke biblically speaking. So that he would never call himself Lucifer. He always, if you look at his music, and he got a song called king me. I always knew I'd be a king, so I wouldn't wear a crown. I'm still royalty when the throne was not around. I was told to raise it up as well as to hold it down. When you found out my future was based on my background. Everything was always spiritual music. Spiritual music mainly. As he got older and progressive in life, most of his music became conscious music. A lot of these battle rappers started copying and trying to imitate Fox. They started being conscious, but he was the first to start doing that in the battle rap scene. Before your B-Dots and all of them, he was doing that. Not only that, Fox 5 also, with us, was able to obtain his high school diploma, my brother, and he even went to California for a few years and went to college and also went to school to get his HVAC and his certifications. When he lost his mother 5 years ago, he became very depressed. He came back to the city to take care of his mother and also begin to do and progress in life. So leading up to that day, this past Saturday, it's still devastating and shocking. And let me say this, brother. Prayers go out to those families that have been hurt and injured for this ordeal. But as you know of right now, there have not been no footage. There have not been no proof of any of these things he have done. Allegedly, if he did do it, if he did it, it's not condoned. Pray for him. But let me tell you something. The police shouldn't have killed him. They didn't have to kill him. We live in New York. I know you're there in Atlanta, but we live here in New York. And in New York, we have a mayor. And we're supposed to have mental health public service. It's in the budget. You mean to tell me, good brother, that you couldn't call the mental health service to try to talk him down? If you saying he had a mental health, because there's no, as you do know in the paper, the newspaper and media do lie a lot, but there's no record of him having any mental health illness.
Not to cut you off. How was he Thursday? That Thursday, you said you was with him Thursday. What was his mental state like on Thursday when you was with him?
His mental state was good because Fox 5 had vision. He was going to start his own podcast, and the podcast he was going to start, it was going to help young battle rappers and rappers perfect their craft, because he also ghostwrited a lot for people as well.
Okay.
So he wanted to do a podcast, but he also wanted to do different things strategically to help people, because he was about helping people and helping the young brothers and always giving them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Okay. So now I see it said he was going through mental health issues and he was homeless.
Let me just say one thing. I deeply feel like they was trying to silence this man, because why is there no footage being presented about anything? If this, that, and the third happened, they always drop footage when there's crime on the train. Why was that footage not pushed out the way they pushed out the narrative?
Where was he at? Was he homeless? Was he dealing with?
No, he wasn't homeless. He had his own apartment. He was living in Queens at the time.
Okay, so damn, a lot of this stuff they saying about him wasn't true at all.
96% of what the media, remember the media stands for the most evil devil in America. Okay? We're saying it's not true, because anytime you see a black figure who's an influential figure, the news will always try to paint people of color as a monster.
Right.
In the darker light. Let me tell you something. This happened Saturday morning. I have never, and I spoke with my executive pastor about this, we have never seen that much news within a spirit of time degrade an individual in the way they did. Philadelphia came all the way down to New York just to do a segment at the train station. Chicago news, North Carolina, South Carolina, even in Texas. So this was worldwide.
Right. Why do you think he was so demonized and the story came out the way it did? Because like I said, even me just hearing it is like, oh, Fox 5, he was saying he's Lucifer, and then he sliced a few people, elderly people, and like I said, I'm reading the comments and people like, yeah, he deserved it, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, damn, it's like, they're killing the remorse for the brother.
Because a lot of people is wicked. He didn't kill nobody. He didn't. Nobody that they're saying that was injured died at all.
Okay.
Now, I just want to say it again. There's a few things that people got to answer.
For the first time in modern history, college student graduates are more unemployed than high school students.
They got the answer. The blade, where's the blood on the blade? They have to answer. Where are the statements? Now, the victims that got hurt, again, prayers go out to them. But we don't know who the prayers go out to. They just giving us these different pictures and different ages. The ages is always switching up. So the prayers go out to them and their family for those that have been attacked in this ordeal. But even so, the victims that have been affected, even though if they remain anonymous, that's understandable. A lot of them may be healing and recuperating at the hospital, and they may not even want to make a statement.
Okay.
But there's always somebody, even the news cover everything else. We live in New York City. There's crime at a rapid rate.
Yeah, and they usually put out the victim, this person and that person. They put, even if they, like, I don't really see a crime where people are not saying who was attacked.
There would be a statement. There's no statement that have been made. As far as, even if it's somebody's grandmother, grandfather, aunt, there's usually a statement made about what happened, and usually the family that's going through would usually make, you know, how they feel, because they have every right to feel that way.
Right.
If it allegedly happened. But the video that's out now, good brother, that you see, it shows you even what happened. I'm gonna tell you something now. That's not him. He don't harm people. Something might have happened. He might have been influenced by something. That's just my opinion. Or something was given to him that wasn't supposed to be given to him. That would even have him to react in that way. If you look at the video, because there's one video. That's just one video. There's more videos. The body cam footage have not yet been released to the public. It should be. And as you do know, listen, man, 2 years ago, there was a man in New York that burnt a lady and watched her burn on fire as he lit her on fire.
Wow.
Okay? This happened in the train by Coney Island. A man put liquid fluid on a woman, burned her alive, and sat and watched her burn, and people in New York walked by and did nothing.
Damn.
And 2 cops was there looking. They didn't do nothing. They just walked by. They didn't shoot that individual.
Right.
You have pepper spray. You have what you call, I used to work with children. My mother used to work with children too, especially children that's challenged or people that deal with mental health. They teach us skills like TCI, SEM, de-escalating skills. There was no de-escalation skills that was done. They didn't call not one mental health therapist or specialist or public safety to come help Fox 5. As you see Fox 5, you got one person saying, put your hands up. You got another person say, put it down. As he's about to put it down, y'all saw him 2 times in the chest. Then you seen it on the floor, he started getting a seizure with his legs and stuff, because he suffered from epilepsy. So after they turned him over, put the handcuffs on him, put him back and tried to do compressions, they shot to kill. They could have tased him. They could have pepper sprayed him. He wasn't close to them. He wasn't charging them. And
I saw the video.
And there's no audio with him saying, call himself Lucifer. He might have called them Lucifer, but he didn't call himself Lucifer. He would never call himself Lucifer. He always spoke spiritual, spoke godly. And again, we spoke a lot of Hebrew. So anytime he sees somebody, he'll say, Shalom, King, peace, Queen, Shalom, which is peace, or Shalom, which is Paleo-Hebrew, or Shalom, Mashpaka, Shalom. He always spoke like that. He wouldn't speak and say he's Lucifer, the fallen angel. That's what they said to fit their narrative. Daily News said Bronx legend, now known as Lucifer. That's degrading. That's disrespectful to his family.
Right. Damn. So from the information you're getting, it wasn't like mental health. You think he was drugged or like he was on some type of drugs, like to have him even in that state of mind? It
had to be that, because listen to me. When you deal with mental health, right? Mental health is a big broad statement. A lot of people, when people say personal demons, all of us have our own personal demons that we deal with.
Right.
Whether it be physical, whether it be spiritual.
Right.
If he was going through a mental health crisis or a mental health illness at that particular time, even people seen him Friday, he was fine. He wasn't in a mental state where he gonna wake up one morning. And again, we want to see the footage, brother Knowledge, of him coming on the train with that machete. Because if he came with that machete, it got to be a holster for it. How you get on the train with that? There got to be some type of sling where you can have it, because he had his poncho and he always wore fringes, because again, he identified as a child of God. He was a child of God. He wasn't a man of God. He was an Israelite, Hebrew, Christian, faith. He always kept the Bible. Stayed the Bible. Not no Satanism, not no spookism, none of that stuff, not no Lucifer, not no black double. They even try to make a cartoon and make mockery of him. So they're taking it too far with this and saying, yeah, he did this and did that, and he was not on none of that stuff. And he never brought harm to my family, my mother, us, anybody. So he wasn't a confrontational, harmless person. So what I'm saying is, if he did have a mental health crisis or breakdown, New York's finest and mental health service supposed to know how to deal with that. If he did have that.
And knowing New York is a police state, so I'm sure there's cameras everywhere to show from how he entered the place. It should all be like, because we know there's cameras on every single spot, everywhere, especially on a train, something. So things should be revealing itself. Why do you think we haven't seen any other footage or anything of him attacking people or anything like that? Because I would assume that these are coming, or they're somewhere being, seen or something like that. It has to be.
Because one thing about New York and like a lot of other places, man, they like to clean up and cover stuff.
They're covering it up.
I just made a $27 ebook in 2 minutes using AI. Watch how I did it so you can do it too.
They shot him twice. Wait a minute. Let's back it up.
Okay.
If he did do it, we're not condoning it. But you could have hit him in the arm. You could have hit him in the shoulder. You could have let him arrest him. Let him do his time. Let us be held accountable for our actions. And then get him help. But y'all didn't do that. They took 2 shots to kill.
Right, all friend.
Multiple times to tase him, mace him, pepper spray him, hit him in the arm. Once they were hit him in the shoulder, they went down.
Or his leg, whatever.
Video from what a young man gave the New York Arabic news. But guess what? That same video wasn't given to all the news platform. So all we saying is, rest in peace to Anthony Griffin, also known as Fox 5. We send prayers to the victims, but my thing is, show everything. Don't be one-sided. Don't make it seem like this is something that he was doing this because he's not that person.
Gotcha.
And people make a lot of comments, yeah, he deserved to die, and that's good for him, because a lot of people, knowledge, as you know, not just in New York, the world, they're very wicked and evil. For them to even say he deserved that, that's good for him. Lets us know what kind of society we live in. But until it happened to their family, until it hits their home, then it's a whole different conversation.
Right. And, the way that they paint it, though, they take away the fact that you would have even sympathy. They take away to make it like where it's like a Sean Bell situation, or it's like a Amadou Diallo situation, or it's like any situations where, police have killed their own. So it's not like we're not feeling like we need to rally behind it, or he was murdered or something like that. They make it seem as if he's not a victim. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it makes it easy for people to say that.
Even NYPD, when they came to the neighborhood, they asked the people to remove his candles. Since when you light candles at a person's ritual, ask them to move the candles?
That's wild.
Even though it's a high-profile case, we understand that. But why is that? And I'm going to tell you something too, Knowledge. A lot of the videos that we have done, my executive pastor, the Alpha Mega Church, Lord Jesus Christ in the Bronx, with Brother Fox, they deleted it from YouTube. They deleted it from my Facebook. Okay? There's videos on my Instagram page, which you have, which shows Fox 5 with us, not just giving back to the poor, but every time we had pantry, he was giving out pantry. He was giving out turkeys. He was giving out food. He was helping the young brothers. Anytime we fed the homeless or did anything that we needed Fox 5 for, Fox 5 was the part he was there.
Wow, so this goes completely against everything that they've been promoting, as if he's just a schizophrenic mental case dude saying all this devil stuff and just out here just rampantly just cutting people up and just doing harm.
Listen, I challenge them because, again, show one song that he calls himself the devil.
Right. Lucifer. Show one song. Just show it. Just pull it up. Pull it up and play it for us. Because again, this man never referred himself to Satan, Lucifer, the devil, none of that stuff. If they listen to his music, and those of us that come, because we come from hip-hop essence, we come from battle rap culture, I come from that, okay? So the lyrical ability, again, is second to none. A lot of people know him from the Rough Riders, okay? Back when he started 9-5, okay, from King Los, Lower Lux, anybody that's a battle rap legend, whether it be from the Bronx, New York, even Cali, because he didn't just touch hearts in New York, he touched hearts all over the world. I see a lot of people from the battle rap community showing them a lot of love and not feeding into the narrative either, and showing them a lot of respect.
And they owe him too, Knowledge. They owe him. They owed him. Okay? A few times he was going to be signed, but he didn't never want to sow his soul to the devil.
Okay.
Like most of them do. I just want to put that out there. So a lot of them owe him. Even URL posted something months ago. Said, what battle rap legend you want to bring back? And Fox 5 name was there.
Wow, yeah. I saw that. I remember.
It's on the archive. Fox 5 was that dude when it came to the battle rap scene. And a lot of these rappers imitate Fox 5. If you don't believe me, I can name 8, but that's a whole different conversation.
Man, this is definitely tough, to hear, and I'm sure for his family, how is his family doing? You know what I'm saying?
His family is devastated, man. I know his family too. His family is very devastating. Okay, our family is devastated. The neighborhood, the block, devastated.
Right.
When my mother heard the news, devastated. Still devastated, man.
Right.
We had 2 more deaths in our family personally, but this was the 3rd death with rapidly. He just made 44 March 20th. He just made 44 March 20th, and I just seen him, and I gave him a copper chain, which a clear quartz, which had the shield of David, David. I'm speaking Hebrew because that's what we know.
Right.
It was under our tutelage. On Saturdays and Sundays, we had Sabbath teaching, and then on Sundays we did services. Anytime we had services, anytime we did anything that dealt with the church or dealt with it, he always made sure he had a song, record a song, like that song King Me you can look up, and a lot of other songs. And I'm saying to you, this was spoke essence to who he was. So when they seen him with the different robes and the different fringes and the different type of things, he was just embracing a lot of our culture. All that stuff is our culture. He wasn't a religious lunatic where he went off crazy because he was like doing different religions. No, he wasn't no martyr. He wasn't trying to be the Messiah. He wasn't trying to be no Malachi Z. York or them Brother Polites, none of that. Nah, he was a conscious brother, loving brother. And again, never to know him in all the 25 years that we've known him to be a violent character to children, elderly people, anybody.
Okay. Damn. I seen a news clip before we spoke where they had a brother who basically was doing a documentary on him right before, this situation happened and things like that. And, he was showing, like you said, he was showing him in a good mental space. He didn't look like someone who was just, off his rocker and things like that. Even though brother said he might have seemed like he could have been dealing with some mental issues, when he was speaking to the lady.
And that's fine. The brother did a good, powerful interview on Spectrum New York 1. And now that you came in the city and you ran to our neighborhood and you seen him, he'll say, yo, peace, bro. How you doing? And then he would stay with you for a long period of time. And guess what? If he liked you, he would let you hear some of his rapping lyrics too. Like, yo, I got something for you.
Right.
He always was ready. Like lyrically, he up there. He up there with the greats.
Right.
They can't deny that. Anybody that's watching this video or will see this video, they can't. There's no fabricate. There's no cap in my rap when I'm saying.
He one of them ones.
He one of them ones. They know this. Right. You understand? But come, and he had no shame in his game when it came to his rapping, when it came to his getting busy on the mic. He did that. Yes.
Now, what are they saying about the officers who shot him? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got any news on those guys.
Well, here's the thing. When it first happened, Brother Knowledge, I heard the news Saturday afternoon. They first had said they wanted to commend them officers for moving so quickly. You can't find that footage no more. The only footage you'll find is when they did a press conference and the commissioner of New York said that they had to react quickly because he kept calling himself Lucifer 4 times. The falling angel. So they had to react. That's the only thing you hear. You don't hear nothing else about it. First, they said it was transit officers. Then they said it was detective. So it's different stories and different narratives. And one thing about New York Post always posts crazy stuff. Daily News, the news will always paint us Knowledge in a different light.
Simple. I only pay $10 a month for my internet connection. Fast, unlimited, anywhere.
Have you heard about Ryoko Pro? This is the cutting-edge portable Wi-Fi hotspot that...
Wow.
Okay.
Continue.
Different light, you know what I'm saying, too? And not showing who he was. Okay? We dealt with him a lot, and we can say that my mother especially, that's a son to her, man.
Right.
That's family. It hurt me every day, even now. That's why when I seen your thing, and I know Hurricane Du had made mention to me, because this is the work we do. I had to reach out to you, bro. I said, because they're painting all these different narratives. So when the brother, the producer, as he said he made a documentary, he wasn't lying. He got clips with him. He was walking around with him. When we say that he was with us, we ain't lying. We can show that. There's a lot of brothers. Even in the video I posted, last video that he made with us was March 6, 2026, inside of a store in the Bronx called Man Bodega. Shout out to Uncle Tuna. And that's where he's performing at.
Right.
And even other songs before that. Okay, so, and a lot of people said they saw him on Friday, the day before he passed. Ain't nobody said he was out the ordinary. So this is not a man, this man don't go around randomly. Again, allegedly, they saying slice, stab. It's a machete. You know how much damage a machete could do? So I don't, and again, if he wanted to kill them, like my executive pastor said, he would have did that.
Right.
But he didn't kill nobody. So whatever triggered him or happened from the engine, he ain't kill nobody. And guess what? If he wanted to go at the officers, he would have went at the officers. That video don't show him choice, going at no officers. Where y'all training? Y'all always shooting. Y'all always shooting and killing. New York is known for that. The cops, police department, they need training. The Mayor Madani, he need training. It's on Mayor Madani hands. Mayor Madani need to put out more public safety service and more trained police to protect and serve. Now, because this happened, guess what? We're going to put more police in the train station. Y'all should have been doing that. When the real, man, listen, let's talk about it. My executive pastor and myself are dealing with 10 families, Brother Knowledge. And these 10 families have lost their children due to gun violence within this past year.
Okay. Wow, 10 families.
And also we're dealing with multiple domestic violence families. That's also gun violence. Some is stab violence, cutting. It's all type of violence. We work with these families within New York City. We do this for real.
Right.
You can look us up. There's no fabrication what we're saying. So again, you in society where the cops, they don't respond correctly within New York. It's not safe. Look at the cops just beat up a guy in New York in a store. Wrong identity.
Right.
If y'all saying y'all told him multiple times to put down the machete, you have a radio, you have a gun, you have a radio. You're supposed to call for paramedics, EMT, social worker to come in to try to talk this man, to try to counsel this man, get this man some help. Bellevue was down the block. Y'all took him to Bellevue. Bellevue's a mental health hospital. Anytime a person have a breakdown and is mental, if y'all want to say mental, if y'all want to go under that umbrella, they have people to come in to speak, to talk, and they will put the handcuffs on you. They'll take you to the precinct, but they'll get you some help. Y'all didn't have to kill him. Y'all should have got him help.
Right.
If he did what y'all said y'all did, and I'm saying allegedly I'm knowledge because I ain't see no footage, or like nobody else see no footage. So I don't know what he did.
I want to really quick read what I'm seeing online and what they have right now, right?
Go ahead.
Anthony Griffin, a 44-year-old New York battle rapper known as Fox 5, was shot and killed by NYPD officers on Saturday, April 11, 2026, after a machete rampage at the Grand Central Station subway terminal. The attack. Griffin allegedly attacked 3 elderly people with a machete on a platform at Grand Central Station at 9:30 a.m., causing serious injuries, including slashed faces, an open skull fracture, and shoulder wounds. NYPD transit detectives engaged Griffin.
Okay, I just want to show y'all something. He said, when he read it, he said, allegedly. Allegedly. I'm going to rewind it for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. He's reading it off the shit. Feel me?
I want to really quick read what I'm seeing online and what they have right now, right? Anthony Griffin, a 44-year-old New York battle rapper known as Fox 5, was shot and killed by NYPD officers on Saturday, April 11, 2026, after a machete rampage at the Grand Central Station subway terminal. The attack. Griffin allegedly attacked 3 elderly people with a machete on a platform at Grand Central Station at 9:30 a.m., causing serious injuries, including slashed faces, an open skull fracture, and shoulder wounds. NYPD transit detectives engaged Griffin, who reportedly referred to himself as Lucifer during the altercation. Police say they ordered him to drop the weapon at least 20 times, but he advanced towards them instead. Officers shot and hit Griffin twice. He was subsequently transported to Bellevue Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The victims, an 84-year-old man, 65-year-old man, and a 70-year-old woman, were hospitalized. And they kind of just give a background on him. So this is the official, from all the news outlets and New York Post and everything like that I'm getting this direct information from.
Yeah. About 42 of that. It's about 42 different news articles saying that. Again, back to the original question. Y'all seen him coming in with it, and he's.
I'm sorry, not to cut you off. Like New York Post actually puts machete wielding nut in Grand Central attack rap under name Fox 5. That's what they call him. And they got this like whole picture of him holding like a thing, like a swords like this crossed up. Like this should look crazy.
Yeah, because New York Post is known for degrading people. So what New York Post do, New York Post will always make a mockery. Menacing maniac. They went and they went into his page. They want to find different things to make more dirt on a person's name. Like they went and started going in Instagram. So they want to make a mockery of it. They got a picture with him with a staff in the ride.
Right. Yes,
with the X. They found that picture. That's the picture he took. You know what I'm saying to you? But they ain't gonna show the other picture with him with the Hebrew staff, with the ephod, or with the menorah. They ain't gonna show those pictures. Right. They're not gonna show him, in his Instagram helping elderly people, with their groceries. They're not gonna show him doing nothing positive because the whole thing is to make this man a monster, and because him not only being a black man, the whole thing is to bring it down to the thing. One thing about it is this. Allegedly, if he did these things, we pray for the people and may God have mercy on his soul. But another thing is that don't paint this picture, make him so famous that y'all want to make the people think that he's a monster and a demon, and that wasn't who he was. So that we ain't gonna stand for it. The family ain't gonna stand for it. And just how they made negativity, we gonna show truth and show positivity, and we not just make it up because we want to make it up. There's hundreds and thousands of testimonies from people that knew him from all walks of life that will tell you that's not the man that we know, and that's not who he is. Something happened.
Right, and I don't know if this is an official picture, but they do have a picture of like some elderly man, like, who's kind of wrapped up, one of the injured victims and things like that, who's kind of wrapped up and he's a bit bloody and things like that. One of the things, though, that they did say, though, is he called himself Lucifer, and he said that about, they told him to stop over 20 times and he lunged at him. The video I never seen him lunged at him or anything like that.
So you see, good brother, the video that we seen is the same video that you seen.
Right.
Now, if there's a video,
I don't see them telling him 20 times, and it's just
They said they told him 20 times, but we don't see no video of him. You really can't hear the video.
Yeah.
You hear him saying, I hear one person put it down, one person put your hand up. So you see him where he doing like this, he's moving. So whatever's going on and happening, they had multiple time to call a mental health service person that specialized in mental health.
Or at least tase him or something like that. I don't know.
To de-escalate. Y'all got two guns. You got two guns. He didn't lunge at none. He had multiple opportunities to lunge at them or attack them, and he didn't do it.
Right.
Because again, we don't believe his intention was to hurt nobody or to kill nobody. Something triggered that. That's not even his character.
Right.
At all. Good brother. And I'm not saying that because we love him and we know him. That's not him.
Right. But
it's slandering. And guess what? New York Post, the only one that got that picture. How come News 12 ain't got that picture? How come Pix 11 ain't got that picture? How come New York Spectrum 1 ain't got that picture? New York Post let me tell you something. They're so desperate for a story, they'll find someone that got nothing to do with it in the story. Now the guy that came on and said, "Oh, I seen everything." All he said was he seen everything. What did you see?
Right. Okay.
You mean to tell me you seen him coming on the train and you seen him cutting people and just looking and ain't saying nothing?
Right. You ain't made no calls or nothing?
You didn't make no calls or nothing, but you seen everything. What did you see? And then you know they got paid actors too. They have a lot of paid actors that they pay to act like if they was there and they wasn't there.
Right.
Oh, that's a conspiracy. No, it's not a conspiracy. A lot of things just don't make sense, good brother.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff is not making sense. Some people say, "Oh, well, you ain't gotta have blood on the blade." But if it's bloody, if these people was getting sliced and fractured skull and stuff, there gotta be some type of blood. There gotta be some type of blood on the blade. That blade look cleanest.
Or blood on him or something like it's like
blood on him, blood on his Oakland Raiders prayer shawl, blood anywhere.
Right. There should be blood on the floor. It should be blood on the walls.
It should be
like
blood on the floor. It should be blood
wherever.
on the face.
Yeah.
The news people.
And I'm not saying that it isn't, but we just don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
We're not saying it isn't, but we just don't see it, so we just don't know. So that's why we said we send prayers to those victims that was allegedly injured and may have been hurt and may still be hurt and may not want to be on the news. They may not want to give a statement, but the news is still supposed to give a statement saying, look, the people that's been injured in the incident that took place at 42nd Street are now recuperating and recovering.
Right.
A family member or somebody is now giving a statement and they would like to remain anonymous and have their face covered. Something.
Right.
That's all. We ain't condoning what happened because we really don't know what happened. It's always ironic and amazing how y'all show us that part. What happened before that? For every action is a reaction. Show us everything. Don't just show us that video. And how come that's the only video? And there's other videos and no news, no major news outlet have that, but only the Arabic news have that?
Right.
I never knew we had an Arabic New York news.
And you said that you did speak to people who was with him the night before it happened because they're saying they happened 9 in the morning. So there's people that was with him Friday night or Friday at all, Friday during the day.
There was people that seen him and spoke to him all day Friday. It's like, not for nothing, it's like he was making his last rounds because a lot of people seen him. A lot of people spent time with him. From the food truck man on the block, from people in the store, from people, because let me tell you something about Fox. Fox is the person, when he came, you know he was around. You know, like you come to a barbecue, you come to a function, he greets everybody, man. If me and you was at a URL or Smack event, anyone he know, he coming in, he greeting people, man.
Right.
He giving them love, he hugging them, man. He showing them love, aspirations, acknowledgement. That's who he was.
Right.
And even if he didn't know you.
You good, brother, you good. I know they hitting your phone up.
They hitting the phone up, but the thing froze. But yeah, man, like I said, if you knew him, to know him and to love him.
Right.
He never disrespected my mother. He never disrespected my family. The man was like family. My grandma, God bless her soul. My aunt, God bless her soul. He always called my mother Singletary, man. He even wished my mother a happy birthday on her birthday from his Facebook page.
Well, what is it the most important thing? Because I appreciate you just clearing and updating the people with the real. What is the most important thing you want to get over to the people, you know, to everybody who's going to be watching this? And, you know what I'm saying? What is the most important thing that you want them to get out of this?
The most important thing I want people to get out of this is let people know, man, the man was loved. Okay? He had a family. He had friends, an extended family. You know what I'm saying to you? He wasn't no killer. He wasn't a notoriety person. He wasn't a person that was confrontational, man. He loved people. He never killed nobody. And thank you for that. So you know, when it happened, they try to bring up his criminal past. This man never killed nobody, hurt nobody, robbed nobody. When that stuff happened, man, a lot of people have different arrest records. It wasn't nothing major.
Right.
This man have no major crime, felonies and stuff like that. We out here robbing and killing and doing wild stuff. Nah, he didn't do none of that, man. A lot of people get into situations. A lot of people make mistakes. We're not perfect, but he was no killer. He was no murderer. He was no violent person that they trying to portray. That's the first thing they bring up, because that picture they show was an old picture.
Right.
So they automatically want to say, oh, he's a criminal and stuff like that. They shot him like a dog. They shot him down. They killed him. The police department killed him. They didn't have to kill him. They handled it bad. That was bad how they handled it. It could have been some things. That's why the family, and when my executive pastor and myself made the statement, the family agreed, and they said the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing. They want a full investigation of that body cam. They want a full investigation of that toxology. They want a full investigation to find out what happened, transpired, and this could have ended a different way. And the way it ended, it shouldn't have happened like that. Rest in peace to Fox 5, Anthony Griffin. He ain't kill nobody. For people that's saying that he should have died and that's good for him, guess what? We all gonna have our day with God one day. It's gonna be judgment. He ain't do no harm to nobody. We all gonna have our day. And for people to say, oh, you a fake bishop, you a fake pastor, y'all can say what y'all want, because guess what? They talked about the Messiah. That's right. And for people that see this and know this is real, because I live out what I spit out. And I'm standing on it. We standing on it. Anthony Fox Griffin was not a violent man. That man spoke about God. He never called himself Lucifer in no song. He never called himself Lucifer nowhere. He wouldn't even use that term. Even put himself like that. He never said he was a God. When he say God, that's language. That's 5%. That's your peace God, shalom God.
That's how we talk.
King, shalom King.
Everybody call me knowledge of God. So yeah, no, this is how we talk.
That's how we talk. That's a New York King.
Peace Queen. How you doing, Queen?
Peace King, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Not that he was, he's saying this or saying he was trying to be above God or he was trying to be like a God. Nah, man. Stop that.
We just realizing that, you know, we come from the source, and we are physical manifestation of the source.
That's right, of the Most High.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. He wasn't no wicked religion, man. You can find him throughout videos, not just quoting Bible scriptures, not just preaching and teaching about the Bible and wisdom and knowledge and understanding and understanding, but you see him helping and demonstrating people, man, showing people love. I'm gonna tell you something. You hardly even see him get mad. He hardly even got mad.
Right. That's crazy, man.
Mad, this is. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When people see this, you're gonna have a lot of haters, but you're gonna have a lot of people that see it that's gonna validate what I'm saying.
And he only answered to people.
If you live anywhere here on the map, we can get you a brand new heating and air conditioning.
So we're gonna stop pushing this narrative of he was Lucifer, he was a nut. No, the hell he was not. And y'all gonna stop talking about him the way y'all are.
He wasn't just known on our block. Like, he's known. People know who he is, man. People got
right. Now, listen, man. You know, a lot of people die. A lot of things happen. And he like, you know, his death, like, I'm reading that. He made the New York Times. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see this article right now. I'm gonna just read it real quick.
Go ahead.
It says, he preached the gospel on the subway, then he pulled out a machete. That's the title for the New York Times. Anthony Griffin was a popular battle rapper who turned towards religious rhetoric. The police say he slashed 3 people with a machete before they killed him. To some people, Anthony Griffin was the panhandler in a robe who rode the subway from Queens to Brooklyn, weaving religious messages into freestyle rap that earned him a nickname, the Messiah. His route was more or less the same for at least the last 2 years. First, a short walk from his apartment in Long Island City, Queens, to the number 7 train at Vernon Boulevard. Then a transfer to Grand Central to the uptown number 6 train. He would get off for Cypress Avenue in the South Bronx, around the corner from his childhood home. As he moved through the subway system, Mr. Griffin would rap and proselytize, often carrying carved wooden staff. Mr. Griffin, 44, appeared to set out on the same journey on Saturday morning. But this time, when he arrived to Grand Central Station, the police said he stepped off the number 7 train and pulled out a machete. He swung the blade, slicing 84-year-old man across the face, then walked up the stairs to the platform in number 6 train, where he slashed a 65-year-old man and 70-year-old woman. A commuter flagged down 2 detectives who reportedly told Mr. Griffin to drop the blade. The police said he refused. He said he was Lucifer, the fallen angel. Then he made a move towards them, the machete still in his hand. The police said One of the officers shot Mr. Griffin twice, killing him. The chaos sent tourists and weekend workers running through the city, through one of the city's most crowded stations on a warm Saturday, one of the first season's first. Some saw the victim who survived the attacks as emergency workers treated them on the train platform. The account of the violence on Saturday, proved by police officials, and details about Mr. Griffin from interviews with neighbors, friends, and family members revealed a portrait of a man who was struggling to find his place in New York City, becoming more isolated and turning to religious rhetoric that confused others. Mr. Griffin did not have a mental history documented with the police, officials said. His family said that, to their knowledge, he had never been diagnosed with a mental illness, but in recent years he had been seen by many on train unspooling his religious message. And last year he posted a photograph on social media showing him holding a staff and what appeared to be a machete, and a sheath crossed his front of his chest. While he had 13 arrests in New York City that spanned 2 decades, 10 of those were sealed, according to the internal police document. One of the 3 arrests that are public, the most serious in 2019, when he was charged in the Bronx with assault with intent to cause physical injury with a weapon. According to the document, which did not provide further detail about the case or its outcome. Mayor Zoran Mamdani on Saturday applauded the swift police response to the attack, and Jessica S. Titch, the police commissioner, said that the incident showed why the city needed to keep officers in the subway system. But the incident also put a spotlight on people who appeared to be in the throes of mental health crisis in the subway, and the challenge of identifying them before there are tragic consequences. Mr. Griffin grew up in 1980s in East 138th Street in the Mott Haven neighborhood in the Bronx. He lived with his mother and spent most weekends at their apartment watching episodes of Benny Hill Show with his cousin Nate Baker. When they were 15, Mr. Baker said Mr. Griffin was writing rap lyrics about religion, what it was like to grow up in a rough part of town. He would scribble rhymes through the day. The scraps of paper strewed around his room. Let's see. Residents soon became familiar with Mr. Griffin. Some described him as frenetic, and others said he was cordial, even calm. He gravitated to dog owners like Kelly Still. Let me see. Stopped at a smoke shop. Yeah, became regular over the last years. One day he'd tell me I am a god, said the star clerk. Griffin driving imaginary walking stick to the ground. During his trip to the Bronx, Griffin would occasionally bump Chase Milano, 44, childhood friend. He was a skilled basketball player with a stick. So they kind of go on about his life. You know what I'm saying? And people basically showing love and things like that about his character. So they paint a good picture of him as far as the people who they spoke to dealing with him.
You know, the family, because the family did a thing. The family spoke good because the family spoke their truth. Because again, his aunt, his cousins, they spoke about the truth, who he was. But as you can see, New York Times, they gave a lot of, bio, but it also still put some craziness in there. You know what I'm saying? Too, religious rhetoric and all that. But again, they're saying they seen it. Only thing is saying that we need to see it. That's from the testimony. You know what I'm saying too? But again, for him just to come and he wasn't known preaching up and down the train, because he wasn't doing that. He was, a lot of his lyrics had a lot of religious, historical thing in it. This is why a lot of cats like, Street Hymns, Lloyd Lux, a lot of them be that. A lot of conscious rappers, a lot of those, you know what I'm saying, too, come from that stock. So a lot of his teaching and knowledge he would put in his raps. But he wasn't up and down preaching on no train, preaching the gospel, went from preaching the gospel, then from slicing people. Come on, New York Times.
That was crazy.
That's crazy. And I'm gonna say that's crazy. Don't say nothing like that and then doing that. That's not what he did. And whatever happened that transpired that Saturday, that's gonna also come out to the light as well. That's gonna come out.
Does anybody know who he was with last, or who he was seen with last, or who
There's
he
so
was
many
with?
people. There's so many people he was last. But again, man, that's not his character. What could have happened, what might have happened, only God knows.
Okay.
And once they get that full investigation and toxology, that will also tell the story.
Right. What was in the system and things of that nature.
What was in the system. And if somebody did something wrong, man, may God have mercy on their soul too as well, because who was taken away from his family, who was taken away from us, was a brilliant mind, a loving character that didn't have to deserve to die like that. Again, if he did what he did to those people, y'all supposed to have apprehended him, y'all supposed to have shot him, tased him in the leg, not shooting to kill. Y'all was shooting to kill. Even when the guy shot him twice and he dropped, the guy still came up with him still with the gun.
And put the cuffs on him and turn him around and all that. Like,
what are you doing?
Yeah,
and y'all meant to do. Y'all always want to do it. Y'all always shoot to kill. Let him do his time. Y'all could have tased him. Let him do his. If he did that, let him do his time and give him mental health. If it's mental health, but y'all ain't do that. So the New York City Police Department they failed the New York commuters from not making them safe, and also failed Fox 5 for not getting them help he need. That's the police department, and that's on Mayor Mandani, and that's on New York Public Safety. For Mayor Mandani to come out and say, we want to commend the NYPD for moving so swiftly.
Right, they put
what
that
about
in
all
them.
other times?
Right.
What about all the other women and stuff getting robbed on the train, and all these kids and stuff getting killed, innocent babies getting shot and stuff? Where the NYPD for that? Come on, man, you can't have it both ways.
Yo, Bishop,
you can't paint a monster, and then we just had a man that killed 8 women straight on the death since 1993 who just got convicted. Y'all ain't calling him a monster and making all this news about him.
Right.
Fox 5 made the most news within 2 days.
Right,
48
100%.
different news. You put his name. If you put Anthony Griffin in news, you'll see 48 different articles. And then you got a lot of these bloggers, not you, and I thank you, man, for letting me speak my talk, my truth. Not just to be lying up here, because people be up there lying. They up there making blogs, want to make money, and just lying about them and don't even know them.
Right.
You got a podcast. You up there talking about somebody you don't know.
Right.
Just to get clout, just to do that. That's not right. That's not fair to the family, and that's disrespectful.
Lastly, what I want to ask you is just, staying on this, but like also asking you about just a larger issue. Like right now, we just at a time in social media where, anything that's just said online becomes the truth, and, people run with the first thing they see a lot of times. What kind of advice or what kind of message you want to send to the people out there, especially in the Black community, when it comes to just where we're at with this social media and, how people are taking information nowadays? Because a lot of things now is AI generated, is, a lot of things isn't real. It's almost hard to tell what's real anymore for a lot of people and what's official and things like that. And of course, now more than ever, it's becoming a war for the minds of the people, and to manipulate, and propaganda is at an all-time high. What kind of message are you sending out to the people that, as far as just how to be aware and how I guess to where to give their attention to?
Well, first and foremost, man, we all got to go back to the Lord's statutes, the commandment of the Most High. We got to go back to the Bible, go back to the scriptures, go back to the Hebrew, Greek manuscript, and we got to stand with the Most High. Let God be our God. Let God keep us. The most evil devil in America, even if you count the word computer, with the word computer, when you use a 6 timetable as of the 666, okay, even the word Webster as a Webster dictionary, that as of the 666, the mark of the beast, okay, which is the language. All of us have been marked with the beast from birth because man was created on the 6th day. The media, people are so much in the media, and these iPads and these phones, so much in the internet, they have let the media and the internet and social media become their God. People are meeting people on the internet, going back and forth, arguing. This became a big distraction of what's ahead. A lot of our brothers and sisters, even this drill music, man. Our kids is dying from this drill music. A lot of these different things happening where beef is escalating. And a lot of things is happening where you have people that don't have no remorse. So much cruelty in the world. So they have to have love, man. If they don't have love, they have nothing. And a lot of our brothers and sisters, especially in our community, And when I say our community, I'm not just talking about the black and brown community. I'm talking about the community as a whole. We're talking about this. It's a climate of hate. It's not a color thing. It's a hate thing. It's a strong climate of hate today. And the reason why people hate so much is because their hatred is towards the Most High. And if you hate the Most High, it's impossible for you to love yourself. They got to start loving themselves. What happened with our brother, and this is a prime example, the fact that he passed away and was murdered, and the fact that people are laughing and making mockery and making jokes about, yeah, he deserved and died, shows that our people are lost and wicked and the whole time high. I never seen that. I mean, I've seen people that, he didn't kill nobody, but I've seen people that literally killed people, and you haven't had that much hatred and malice towards this man.
Right.
And they boldly with it, laughing, joking, sharing it. Shout out to NYPD for doing a good job.
Right.
But until it happens to their family, oh, I don't watch the news. Until you be on the news, then now you start watching the news. The news is in alignment with the Bible. The rumors of wars, the wars is going on, happening, taking place, man. People got to wake up and pay attention. God is not on his way. God is here. God is here, bro. They looking for Christ to come out that sky. No, Christ is here. Christ been here. The Antichrist been here too, and that spirit has always been here, man. We live in the last days right now. If you don't see it with the stock, with the diseases, with the killings, with the murders, I don't know what to tell you. But what I want to tell people is get back in tune with God. Okay, get back in tune with God, man. A lot of people are dying before their time and dying without God. Heaven is real, hell is real. Yeah, we living on hell on earth, trying to get to heaven. Okay, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. But you have to live your life according to what's pleasing to God, because you could be here today and you could be gone today. But if you're going to go today, you got to make sure you make every preparation before leaving. So all that malice and anger and bitterness you have in your heart, let it go, man. Let it go.
Nah, brother, that was powerful, and I truly appreciate you, reaching out and taking your time to really give us a true insight on, the brother Fox 5. Rest in peace to him, and we send love to his family and his close ones. And does he have any children or anything like that?
Not from my knowledge.
Okay.
But again, man, it's a lot of family, aunts, uncles, cousins. Man, a lot of family, extended family, hosts, and friends. When I say it's a sad week, man, it's a sad day, I'm telling you, man, I don't know if you ever come to New York one day, I'll take you on a walk. I'm telling you, man.
I'll be there on the 26th, and I'm coming for an event, but I'll be there all day Monday as well, so I can come check you in person.
Yeah,
you know
I'll send you my line, man. Come check me in person, man. But I'm telling you.
Well, that's next weekend, matter of fact. Yeah, I'll be there next weekend.
I'm telling you, man, from everything that producer said on Spectrum One, from what the people, and that's the thing, they don't want to interview the people that knew him and love him. Right. They want to just paint the narrative of him saying, I'm the devil, I'm Lucifer. He never spoke like that. And where's the audio for that? Where's the audio for that?
No.
And New York Post got, and again, if that is the man that has the bandage, whether it be the 84-year-old man or the 74-year-old man, prayers go out to him. But how come New York Post is the only one that got that picture?
Right. Hey, things will continue to come to light, and we'll see how it's developing. And like I said, I'll be in New York next week, so we can meet up in person and build some more, and maybe meet some, close friends and family and things like that, and build on that level as well. And again, where can the people follow you and stay tuned in and stay updated with any new information and just, follow your work as well?
Absolutely. You can find us on the Alpha Mega Church of our Lord Jesus Christ Incorporated on Facebook. We got a page on there. That's our church, official church page, where you can find the works of what I'm doing, what my mother's doing, what our team is doing, and what we continue to keep doing, man, because we don't just leave the families like that. We can still work with the families. Spiritual care, aftercare, etc. You can also find me on Chef Boyde's Kitchen on Instagram. Also, Chef Boyde's Kitchen 1 on Instagram. Professor Boyde on Instagram. Bishop Boyde on Instagram. And also Boyde Y Singletary on Facebook. You might say, hey, you got a lot of platforms, because the internet always tries to blackball me, try to delete my pages. Every time I get the 5,000 followers, they delete pages. When you're a watchman and when you're a person that's preaching truth and teaching truth, they'll come at you. And you can also follow me on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube, Alpha Mega Church of Lord Jesus Christ Incorporated, Bishop Boyde Singletary, Path to Show Singletary. We on there. You can find us.
Listen, and if you can, man, if we get a shout out, man, a shout out for HipHopIsReal.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to HipHopIsReal. Shout out to my brother knowledgethagod for even taking the time out. Brother, the family gonna appreciate this. The neighborhood's gonna appreciate this. The world that knew Fox, the real Fox, that love Fox gonna appreciate this, man, because this needs to get out. And thank you for giving us the platform for us to speak the truth on our dearly beloved brother. Rest in peace to Anthony Fox Griffin.
Let's get it, man. Again, Bishop, man, I'm looking forward to meeting you next week. And have a great day. Appreciate your time, my brother.
Appreciate it. Shalom.
It's your boy, Knowledge of God, Hip Hop is Real.
So I just want to say that we love you, Fox, and you will be missed. And your name will not die in vain. We will keep pushing for your innocence. We will keep showing people the real you, no matter what. You know what this is, you know? So at the end of the day, you know, everything is everything. Love is love. And everybody just keep his family in your prayers. Thank you, Brother Bishop, for that wonderful interview. Thank you, Hip Hop is Real, for showing that side. Please look out for my video next Friday. I will be uploading it. It will be a good one. We got some good people coming through for the live stream. We're gonna do what we gotta do. But you know, I hope you fly high forever.